I wanted also to ask this, John just did, why say what you have, both of you have said, Jeremy as well, but primarily Andrew and John, because, I mean, we weren't given much time, so I enjoyed learning what you think, what the position is, but I didn't quite get why you have that position. So that's my question to both of you, and it's for no position, so I'm allowed to contradict myself in the course of asking. Like, for Andrew, I thought that if there was an argument, it was right in the first sentence, saying that the one who attempts and fails and the one who attempts and succeeds are equally accountable. And I think you said something about this which I agree with it. Well, there is a sense in which they cannot be equally culpable, because one of them is culpable for murder, and one of them is culpable for attempt. Now, of course, they are both equally culpable. One is fully culpable for murder, and the other is fully culpable for attempt. But unless you already presuppose the answer to the questions that you are about to answer, then you can't say that, because obviously it's wrong. They're not fully culpable for the same thing.
Sure, well...
So, hang on. So the question is, why do you think that one cannot be culpable for murder? One can only be culpable for an attempt, and you didn't answer that. Now, I want to ask a question of John. She's kind of the other side of that. But I don't know quite how to put it, but I think one way of putting it, again, it's in the same line that your thought about, the analogy with contact and so on, and the earlier question, but I'll try and reverse it. Thinking, unlike Grant, that we are talking about morality rather than about criminal law, because I think there's quite a good distance between the two. So a lot of things will come in once we move to the criminal. But, okay, one is culpable for morality, one is culpable for murder, and the other is culpable only for attempt. But would you say that culpability is different in a way that you will regard one person to have shown himself capable of a greater immorality than the other, right? So I take it that somebody who speaks in the street is culpable for desecrating the environment, and one who murders is culpable for murder, and they are both fully culpable, but they are not. Culpability didn't show the same degree of moral vice in them, or moral wrong in them, or something, whatever, however you put it. So the question is, to you, is whether you think that the one who is culpable only for the attempt is less morally, has displayed himself or shown himself to be less morally blameworthy or blameworthy for to a lesser degree or something of that kind than the one who is guilty of the complete offense. And if so, what? That's where I didn't get the answer.
Do you want to answer your bit first?
I don't mind. I can try. I think the answer which I would give to the question of why I regard the two cases as materially the same is through the concept of control. Now I realise this needs a lot more argument, but I think that we should not be held responsible for matters that are outside our control. That's the basic starting point, confining ourselves to intentional harms. Though one has to have other debates with other forms. But if we stick to intentional harms, then there are two possibilities if I intend to cause harm to someone else. One is that I fail and cause less or no harm. The other is I cause massively more harm. And my argument would be that the criminal law should base liability on what I intended to do, not on whether it happened to be less or happened to be more, but what I intended to do, because whether it was less or more is outside my control. And the reason why it's important to base it on what I intended to do is then linked up to concepts of autonomy and rule of law and other matters which I know require a lot of argument, but that is the track which I would go down in order to try and supply those arguments.
Okay.
Please, yeah.
Well, let's agree, we say, that you're not being held culpable for what is beyond your control. You're held culpable for intentional killing and you intentionally killed. Now, you might say, yes, but had there been a sudden blow of wind, I wouldn't have missed. And I cannot control the wind. Yeah, but had there been a sudden seizure, kind of irregularity of your heart pulse, you wouldn't have been able to attempt to kill either. Your finger would have stopped you from, but you're not being